Hey everyone. Um, so basically, I started a cold about 3 days ago, and I don't usually get headaches. It doesn't usually get that bad, and it hasn't gotten that bad. I had a little bit of sinus issues, and as you can hear, my throat is suffering a little bit. So I've been drinking tons of teas. Um, Taking some oregano oil and some extra supplements, tons of dark leafy greens and good foods. That's as usual. Unfortunately, the reason I got sick is very, very obvious. I had a client that walked in, told me he was super sick, had just started that day, asked me if it was okay. He was already here, so I felt bad and I let him in. I shouldn't have. And I am paying hard for it now. But it's all good. Honestly, everything happens for a reason. It actually allowed me to calm a bit more. I took an entire day off, canceled all of my clients, which might have hurt financially, but did not hurt mentally and emotionally. So it felt good a little bit. And again, you always have to look at things in the better and more optimistic perspective, right? What's the point of being in this victim mentality? It's not going to change anything, and it's going to keep me in a negative space rather than being in a positive space. So, regardless of what's going on with my nasally voice here, hopefully you guys can hear me well. The reason I started this video is because I woke up with a little bit of a headache this morning, funny enough. And I don't usually get headaches, but when I do, I have a few tricks that really help me get rid of it quick. So I wanted to share them with you today. So I was going to lead you through somewhat of a meditation, and at the same time, we're going to use that time to massage our head and to massage our face and our neck because we can. We've been blessed with hands, and we actually see most of the times we forget about the muscles that we actually also have on the face and around our head. And quite often, when we have a lot of tension, that's where we tend to keep it in the neck, the head, the jaw, right? So, we're going to use a little bit of TLC for ourselves today and take this time to be a little bit more calm and to be more connected with ourselves. So I'm gonna ask everyone to just make sure you're in a comfortable seated position. Your legs could be crossed. Maybe you're sleeping. You're on your back somewhere on a bed. Wherever you are, just try to be comfortable. Okay, you could even be in a chair right now, on your couch, whatever. Wherever you are, make sure you're in somewhat of a silent space, and close your eyes. Close your eyes in this moment, and just first let's start bringing our attention to our breath. So bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly, and start taking deep, 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 deep inhales. And those inhales should be so deep that you feel those ribs expanding all the way to your belly. And then you exhale and you release all of the air within. And then do that a few extra times, inhaling and exhaling as deeply as you possibly can. And when you release the air when you're exhaling, give yourself the intention of just releasing any negativity or any tension. Literally tell yourself in your mind, I am releasing tension. So as you exhale, you're releasing tension. So you're inhaling space, you're inhaling new sensations, you're inhaling beauty, you're inhaling positivity, you're inhaling whatever it is that serves you, and you're exhaling whatever it is that does not serve you. So any of those negative feelings, any of situation or anything that comes into your mind that does not serve you no longer, that you don't need to hold on to. So continue to inhale and exhale super deeply as such, and start noticing maybe other parts in your body, right? We were bringing our attention to our breath, but as you're breathing and expanding your ribs, you could feel the chest and the belly rising. Notice other things that you're feeling maybe in your body. Maybe you're feeling your spine, or you're feeling tension in the neck. Maybe you're even feeling the hair on your head. Just notice what it is that you're feeling in your body and stay super connected. Stay really connected to your own body. Continue to breathe. And as you breathe in this moment, remind yourself how grateful you are. Because as you're connected to your heartbeat and your breath, realize that they're automated, right? We don't actually have to tell ourselves that our heart needs to beat or that we need to breathe. And thank God for that, because it would be really complicated to live a fulfilling life, constantly having to remind ourselves to breathe and to for the heart to beat. So thank God for our automated systems. And be grateful in this moment. Be grateful for your body. That's such a wonderful machine. And sometimes different biochemical reactions happen, and they're not always pleasant. Sometimes they're unpleasant, like in this moment with my headache. So as you're breathing and as you're connecting yourself more and more with your body, that's always the way that I like to start, to make sure that you get inside yourself, your eyes are closed, there's no outside distractions, you're just connecting from yourself from inside out. And you observe, you stay focused on your breath, but you also observe what's going on in your body, where you're feeling comfort or discomfort, where you're feeling ease or maybe even dis-ease, where you're feeling injuries, or where you're feeling maybe a free flow, where you're feeling pain. Whatever it is that you're feeling, you're observing those sensations. And you're not reacting to them. You're just observing them as reality, because reality is as is. That is what's happening in your body. And you're accepting it for what it is. You're not trying to invent new things or to cover it up. You're just observing it, and you're acknowledging that whatever those sensations are, wherever they may be, that they are present. But there's no need to react to them, because it comes down to the law of impermanence, where everything is temporary. And the same way that, the reason I'm making this video is because I have a headache right now, but I'm very much aware that my headache is temporary. And that's why we're doing this exercise together, so that we could actually observe how crazily things happen to arise, but how quickly they can pass away. Arise and pass away, arise and pass away, because everything, as I mentioned, is temporary. And our own life is temporary. The life of the tree, the river in front of you, everything around you is temporary and ever changing, such as what's occurring in our body. So that's why sometimes we feel pains and some days we don't, right? And it all depends on our environment and the way we treat and nurture ourselves. So in this case, as we continue to breathe and as we stay very connected with ourselves, we're going to bring our hand away from our heart and our belly, and we're going to bring them to our head. So first we're going to come up, and you're just going to brush your hands along your eyebrows, and you're going to bring your fingers to your temples. So the temples are just on the side of the head. We have our temporalis there, which is one of the muscles that covers the temples on the side of the head. So that we tend to hold a lot of tension in our temporalis. And also in the masseter, just going all the way down. So this is kind of like our jaw muscles, right? And all of those jaw muscles leading up to the temples tend to be very, very tight and hold a lot of tension. Because for some of us, when we sleep, we actually clench our jaw. Some of us are aware of it, and some of us are not. But regardless, we hold a lot of tension in those muscles, because those muscles help us clench our jaw. So I really want you to press your fingers as if your fingers have all become little feet, and they're just constantly stepping, little stepping, like they're little ants kind of crawling all over your temples. And do little steps like that with the pressure that you need all around the temples. You could go around the ears. You could go all the way down your masseter, so down the jaw onto your face. And just really keep your eyes closed. Keep breathing here. Stay connected. And just keep pressing your fingers as if all of your fingers are walking one little step at a time along the masseter and all the way up to your temples. And just really, really, really press in there. And now, rather than little stepping motion with our fingers, we're gonna choose a spot on the temporalis, sorry. Talking about paralysis here, on the temporalis, and we're gonna do circles. So just imagine you're reaching from the side of the eyes and you're just going in circles in a clockwork motion, or you're gonna be doing both sides, so it doesn't really matter. So go in whatever circle and really move the skin, move the muscles around. Keep doing circles, and then let's go the opposite direction. So do the same here, and notice as you're doing this, maybe repeat to yourself and talk to yourself and talk to those muscles to release and to release the tension, and keep going in those circles. And now we're going to use those fingers again, and I bet you your fingers are getting sore, because mine are, because I'm putting a lot of pressure there. Just kind of go, it's like you're creating a little line, just a line. You're just using the tissues, the muscle tissues, and it's like you're trying to spread them. And don't worry about your hair here, no one cares. At the end of the day, you're taking care of yourself, and that's what matters. So just keep pushing on the temples, and now you're just kind of creating lines from side to side, almost like you're trying to create a stimulation there on those temples. And then if you find a spot that's hurting more than another, stay there a little bit longer. Move it around a little bit longer. So now start walking down all the way to the masseter again, and push down. So imagine it's like you're trying to pull down with your fingers with pressure down on the masseter. So observe what I'm doing here. I'm kind of reaching with my fingers and pulling down, if you're not sure what I'm talking about. And then again, we're going to do those circles in the masseter, full circles. Yeah, all in one direction at first. Relax the jaw. So it's hard for me because I'm talking to you right now. But try and relax the jaw as much as possible. And now go the opposite direction. Excellent. Yeah. And now from there, just press with the palms of your hands and draw those circles, but try to stretch your skin out at the same time. So feel like good sensations, create sensations here. It's almost like you're trying to grab your skin and move it around. And then start just walking your fingers back just below your ears. And in the same way we started, by pressing with our fingers, press around your ears and notice what you're feeling in there. Notice how tight it is. I don't know for you, but for me, it's so tight in there and I can feel it. So maybe go right at the base of your ears at the back. And that's something that I like to do. I press my index fingers back there, and right where you could feel the jaws connecting. And you could just open, close, open, close, draw little circles, and feel it. Feel the motion. Feel how your body works for you, right? And then go and reach right under your chin, all along the bone there. We have tons of nice little muscles down here as well, and on each side, just linking from down our ears, coming all the way down. Our muscles responsible for moving our head from side to side, and ear to shoulders is the sternocleidomastoid. And just, you could almost pinch it and press it down a little bit. Pinch it as you go down. Pinch, feel it a lot from, you're going down your jawline, and press as you go down your jawline here. Push your finger in, but you can push your fingers in kind of like in chunks as you're massaging down and towards the heart. So do that on both sides. Massage down and towards the heart. Go all the way under your chin. Like walk those hands in. Reach back. You would feel if your glands are swollen. Mine are a little bit because of my cold. So just grab even your thumbs now and push like all along under your chin here, all the way. Push in there all the way to the ears, down the neck, right back up. Now grab your ears a little bit. So go around the ears and maybe past. The way I like to do it is I bring my index finger behind my ear and my major just in front of the ear, and I push down and I kind of walk along, I glide along the muscles, right? So you can do that both sides at the same time like this, gliding down. You could use your thumbs as well. See what works best for you, because this could be super comfortable for me and might be super uncomfortable for you. Maybe for you, it's working one side at a time, right? I like to work both sides at the same time, like this. And now even start and cup your face with your inner hands and thumbs and just kind of reach back like that, as if you're stretching your face out. So I don't know if you guys have pets at home, but I have a cat, Bagheera, and I love to just like stretch his face out, and he loves it so much. He like looks at me with his big eyes, and if I put my hand like this, he puts his face through it. He just loves it, and it feels amazing, guys. Like we honestly, we neglect certain parts of our bodies sometimes, and I feel that our face and head is one of them. So just keep gliding your hands back and just massage your face and do circles, like literally move the skin in your face. Okay, I know I look ridiculous, but I really don't care right now because this feels amazing. So move the skin on your face properly, do some circles like that. And now again, like keep pushing down. You should be feeling those muscles right now releasing a lot more. Go back to your temples here. Like I have to tell you guys, just from doing this, my headache is gone already, right? We've only been together for about 8 minutes and I was able to get rid of this headache. So again, I moved my head a little bit and I felt a little bit of a pressure up here. So I'm gonna come play a little bit up here, and you guys can do the same. Find some spots that are a little bit more tender maybe, and push them out. Push them out. You could feel the muscle being super tense, and just imagine the muscle tissues being all like super tight together, and then what you're doing is you're just trying to break the tissue apart a little bit. You're just trying to make it a little bit less tense, right? You're giving it a little bit more softness to the muscle, less tension. So that feels really amazing. Keep pushing. And now again, guys, I'm gonna untie my hair here, and I'm gonna go into my scalp, because I don't know if you guys have ever been to get your hair done at the hairdresser, but nothing feels better than when they're massaging your hair and you're in when they're washing your hair. So now that we started going up the temples, you could glide your hands through, and you could just kind of first squeeze your hair a little bit. So I don't know about you, but this feels extremely good when I grab my hair and I just kind of squeeze it and feel the sensation as if I was pulling my hair out of my head, but I'm not actually, right? I'm just attempting to get a little bit of sensation there, almost like I'm driving back circulation to my scalp, just like that. And now you could either scratch, right? But you could also just create some circles. So it's like you're not trying to pull on your hair, you're just creating circles like this in the scalp, and you could do it with your thumbs as well, and just massage everything. So keep your eyes closed and massage everything in your head. Relax, maybe visualize this beautiful, strong yellow, more like a white light or a white purplish kind of light coming out through your head as you're doing this. Everything's releasing. It feels amazing. Squeeze the hair, squeeze the head, reach back, maybe let your head fall forward a little bit. Get the back of your own head here. Scratch and squeeze. Push down the neck. Just like that. Reach. Maybe pull on your neck a little bit. the same thing we were doing initially with our hands at the front of our face, kind of pressing in like this. Do the same, but at the back of your neck. So let your head heavy, fall forward heavy, and just press at the back of your neck here, just on each side of the spine, not on your cervical spine, just on each side. Maybe go down a little bit lower, maybe pinch your shoulders if you can. Push those muscles out like that. So now just grab both of your hands and just press on the back of the head a little bit. Keep the pressure there. Feel the stretch at the back of the neck. Now a little bit of an angle, a 45-degree angle. So we're just going to stretch on one side of the neck here. And then do the same on the other side. That 45-degree angle, get the side of the neck. And then as we come back up, we're going to press our palms into our chin. And we're going to lift our neck, but we're going to press back down. So you're purposely putting some extra strength. So as you're pushing back, you're pushing your chin back into your palms. Then you're pushing back. Then you're pushing your chin back into your palms. And then you take another angle. And you do the same. Take another angle. And do the same. And feel the heat you're creating in your neck here. Now just lift your chin up to the sky as high as you can and get the stretch at the front of the neck. You can even use your fingers to draw down a little bit. Feel that. And you can use them to draw up as well. Whatever feels good for you here, guys. Like, absolutely put intention there. Connect with yourself and your body. I'm guiding you and showing you what I like to do for myself and the way I like to feel my face and my skull and all of the muscles kind of tense around my head, especially when I'm feeling a headache. But really what this video is about is for you guys to empower yourselves. And when you feel something like that, you know, you could put this video on and you could go along with me and hear this guidance. But maybe after once or twice, you could also do it on your own and keep your eyes closed. Do what feels good for you. Like, learn to be in your body and don't always expect other people to necessarily be able to help you, because you're in control. You're in absolute control, and all of the answers are within. So, you know, taking the opportunity to explore yourself and to explore what's going on, that's the key right there, right? So I don't know if you guys had enough. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I feel that my temples could probably get a little bit more stimulation and vibration here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that a little bit. I'm gonna massage them out a little bit still, maybe check my jaw. And it's interesting, right? When you move your jaw, if you hold your temples, you feel them. You feel the muscles working. It's really interesting. It feels a lot better. The headache is gone. The jaw feels a lot more tender, much more loose here. Earlier I could feel pain when I was doing that. Now it just feels kind of sore. And then even the tension at the back of the ears released itself a little bit. The sternocleidomastoid could work a little bit more. You know, I could get a bit more work in there. But at the end of the day, hands behind the back, look up, elbows up. Open, maybe stretch back, open your chest a little bit, right? I feel amazing right now. My hair looks like a mess. My voice still sounds like a mess. Really, I'm a hot mess. But I feel a lot better than when I first started. And at the same time, I really wanted to do this because I wanted you guys to be able to benefit from this video as well. I figured if I'm doing it for myself, I might as well show others the kind of little tricks that I do to get rid of a headache really quickly, right? And I don't just use it for headaches. Like, this method, I used it for a headache because I know when I get a lot of tension here and whatnot, when I start releasing and putting good energy there and intention, I'm able to release. But, you know, our mind is very powerful, guys. Very, very powerful. and you can solve a lot of problems just with your mind. And sometimes, I mean, most of the time, it's just intention, right? It's presence, it's awareness, it's the belief that you can help yourself, that you are in control, and that you can fully empower yourself. So I hope that this helped. And I really hope that this helped you not only get rid of maybe a possible headache, but also just give you tricks, tools and tricks to be able to help yourself in the future with any other type of physical issue happening, right? You just take the time, you put the intention there, you allow your body to release, you become present and aware and connected to yourself. And if you ask the right questions, your body, your mind will answer. And the answers are within. All right, sending lots of love to all of you. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend ahead. And we will be talking soon. Don't hesitate to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've got a lot of new fun stuff coming up, all related clearly to health and wellness and fitness, but all the fun stuff that keeps us healthy, right? So be kind, be strong, be true, and subscribe to my channel so I can keep empowering you. All right, bye guys.